Yeah, so welcome, my viewers, on today's lesson. And we are going to cover Form 4 mathematics and a question on application of differentiation and also part of integration. So therefore, the question, I've already provided a question on the board. And the question is here. Now, and the question reads that the displacement of a particle, is given as S is equal to T cubed minus T squared plus 90 plus 50 meters. So question A, determine the displacement of the particle when T is equals to 2 seconds. The displacement when T is equal to 2 seconds. So when we talk of displacement, we are talking of distance in a specified direction. Distance in a specified direction. So that's what we talk of displacement. So solution for this one, solution for this. So you are given S is equals to T cubed minus 6T squared plus 90 plus 50. So you are supposed to find the displacement when T is equals to 2 or time is 2 seconds. So this one you just replace because you already given the function for the displacement S. So T is equal to 2. So you say when T is equal to 2, S is equal to T cubed, 2 cubed minus 6 bracket 2 squared plus 9 times 2 plus 50 like that. So therefore this becomes 2 cubed, this is 8 minus 2 squared, 4 times 6, that's 24, plus 9 times 2, that is 18, plus 50. So therefore, now you work out the displacement. So you can take this, 8 plus 18, that is 26, minus 24, that is 2, plus 50, that is 52 meters. So the displacement in this case is 52 meters. The displacement is 52 meters. And you should indicate the units. The unit is meters. So that is question A. So question B is you are told to determine the velocity of the particle. The velocity of the particle when T is equals to 4. The velocity of the particle when T is equals to 4. So when you want to calculate the velocity here, the velocity of the particle when T is equals to 4, the velocity. Now in this case, we say the velocity. Velocity is speed in a specified direction. That's velocity. Then, so when you are given the function for the displacement, and you want to get the velocity, you say V is equals to ds all over dt. This means the gradient function. The gradient, you differentiate ds s with respect to t. So therefore ds over dt. So we differentiate. So what is our s? We have our s as s is equals to t cubed minus 6t squared plus 90 plus 50. Now we differentiate this. That's the function that you're going to differentiate. So therefore you say, when you're differentiating ds over dt, this power 3, drop it there, becomes 3t, and then the power decreases by 1, the power of t becomes 2. So therefore this 3, drop it here, get 3t squared, minus 3t squared, then this 2, bring this one here, 2 times 6, that becomes 12, power decreases by 1, becomes 12t plus 9, because this is power 1 times 9, that's 9. So therefore the function for velocity is v is equal to 3t squared minus 12t plus 9, so that is what you write. That is the function for the velocity. So can you find the velocity when t is 4? Velocity when t is equals to 4. The velocity when t is equals to 4. So v will be equals to 3 to bracket t is 4 squared minus 12 times 4 plus 9. We are looking for the velocity, speed in a specified direction. speed in a specified direction. So v in this case will be 3 times 16 minus 48 plus 9. 3 times 16, that is 48, minus 48 plus 9. This becomes 9 meters per second. 9 meters per second. 9 meters per second. 9 meters per second. So therefore, this is how you calculate. So therefore, the velocity in this case is 9 meters per second. 9 meters per second. The velocity of that particle is 9 meters per second. So that's what you get. So what does to go to question number 3? What does to go to question part C? Part C. So part C of the question, 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 you are told, find the acceleration of the particle. Part C, the acceleration of the particle, the acceleration, law of the particle, the acceleration of the particle, when t is equals to 5, when t is equals to 5. So we are looking for the acceleration. So therefore, remember, you have the function of the displacement. You have the displacement, the function of the displacement. You have the function of the displacement. Then you got the function for the velocity. So what is v? Our v is equals to 3t squared minus 12t plus 9 there. That's the function for the velocity. So what we want to get the function for the acceleration. Again, it is the rate of change of velocity with the time. The rate of change of velocity with the time. So in this case, you differentiate. You say dt dv over dt. You differentiate. You get the gradient function of v. So dv over dt, which is equals to acceleration. So in this case, you get, again, you differentiate this power, this 2 comes here, you multiply 3 times 2, you get 6t. The power decreases by 1 because it was 2, becomes 1. Then this power is 1, so minus 12 times 1, that is 12. Minus 12 times 1, minus 12 times 1. That is now the acceleration. So our acceleration function for the acceleration is 60 minus 12. 60 minus 12. That's the function of the acceleration. 60 minus 12. Then from there, you find now the acceleration when t is 5. So acceleration is equal to 6 times 5 minus 12. So 6 times 5, you get that is 30 minus 12. That becomes to 18 meters per second squared. Because it is acceleration. The unit for the acceleration is meters per second squared. It's meters per second squared. So therefore, the function, the acceleration is 18 meters per second squared. So that is part C of that question. Then the other question is, the last question is, you are told you calculate time when the particle is at rest. You calculate time when the particle is at rest. 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 So therefore, let's see, how do you work out this? So part D of the question, the time when the particle is at rest. So when you talk of this particle that it is at rest, particle is at rest, meaning that the velocity of this particle is 0. This body is not moving, or this particle is not moving. So therefore, at rest, we say v is always equal to 0. That is velocity. So therefore, what do? Take the function for the velocity, v is equals to 3t squared minus 12t plus 9. That's the function for the velocity. That is a function for the velocity. That is a function for the velocity. That is a function for the velocity. So therefore, equate it to 0 because it is, we are talking of at rest. So therefore, 3t squared minus 12t plus 9 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. So therefore, to solve this one, you can simplify. You can simplify because we want to get the value of t. So divide by 3, by 3, by 3 to make it a more simplified quadratic equation. To make it a more simplified quadratic equation. So therefore, you divide by 3, you get 3. Divide by 3, you get 4. So then from there, solve this quadratic equation. So this one, you must have basic knowledge on calculating the quadratic equation. So therefore, this is in, we use the concept in form 2, the quadratics in form 2. So we say ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. There's the general, the standard quadratic equation is like this. A is a coefficient of t. So our a in this case, t squared, our a is 1. Our b is the coefficient of t, which is minus 4. And our c is equals to 3. And our c is equals to 3. Our c is equals to 3. Our c is equals to 3. So therefore, solve this. Solve this one. So solve this one. Solve this. You say, using the sum and product method, you say AC. 1 times 3, that is 3. Now sum equals b, where b is equal to minus 4 or negative 4. So therefore, once you get to that point, that's why you work out with the factors of 3. 2 numbers you multiply, you get positive 3, and when you multiply them, you get negative 4. So you add them, you get negative 4. The sum is negative 4, and the product is positive 3. Meaning, the 2 numbers are negative. Why? Because the product is positive, and the sum is negative. So these 2 numbers that you multiply, you get 3, negative 3, and negative 1. Because your product is positive, and your sum is negative. So that is how to solve that. So that is how to solve that one. So therefore, now use these 2 values. You replace this for t. You say t squared minus 3t minus t plus 3 is equals to 0. Plus t equals to 0. So therefore, you get like that. Factorize the first 2. Factorize the first 2. So t is common. T minus 3. T minus 3. Then you put 1 is a common factor. So get that. You get 1 t minus 3. You get t minus 3. T minus 3 is equal to 0. T minus 3 equals to 0. T minus 3 is equals to 0. So therefore, that's what you get. So 1 is a common factor. You say t minus 1 and t minus 3 is equal to 0. Because you're looking for time where t is, the velocity is 0, you equate the 2 factors now. Equate the 2 factors here now. Equate the 2 factors. The 2 factors now. So t minus 1 equals to 0, or t minus 3 is equal to 0. Therefore, what is the value of t? Take 1 on there, now 3 on this side. So you say t is equals to 1, or t is equals to 3. And this is, you say 1 second, and this one you say 3 seconds. You say that is 3 seconds. So therefore, that is how you deal with that kind of question. That is on application of differentiation. That's specifically question on application of differentiation. So that is how you solve that kind of question. So thank you very much for listening to this lesson, mwalimu Ignatius Wahome on YouTube. So keep your subscription active. So for this one, you learn a lot of mathematics, secondary school mathematics in this channel. So thank you very much. Asanteni sana.